Long before the time of ancient Egypt, Greece, or Rome, there existed a mysterious civilization in South Asia, whose advancements would put them ahead of most nations today. They developed one of the world's first grids for city planning, invented the flush toilet, and created enclosed dockyards for their impressive fleet of boats. But despite their advanced technology, the Indus people mysteriously vanished around 2000 BCE, and to this day, scientists are still baffled by what happened. This is the lost civilization of the Indus Valley, and these are the secrets of Harappa that baffle modern science. To truly appreciate how advanced this civilization was, we need to go back to the year 3300 BC. Located at Lothal, a port city about 100 miles from Amma, the Dockyard dates back to 2400 BCE. But if the people of Harappa were so advanced, why don't we know more about them? So we're left to wonder about the culture, religion, and daily life of the people who lived here all those years ago. According to historical records, the civilization began to decline around 1900 BCE. They also kept cattle, sheep, goats, and pigs, but because the Indus Valley is largely dry, farming was a risky business. Floods were common and could wipe out entire crops in a single day. If this is true, then the Indus script may have been lost on purpose. After all, why would you want to preserve a record of your culture if you plan to start a new one? This is just a theory, however, and as far as anyone can tell, there's no concrete evidence to support it. To combat this, the Indus people built elaborate irrigation systems to distribute water from the nearby rivers. Unfortunately, these systems required a lot of maintenance and eventually fell into disrepair. Be sure to subscribe for more videos about amazing discoveries from the ancient world. When this happened, the once fertile land became a desert, and the people were forced to abandon their homes. By 1300 BCE, the major cities had been abandoned, and by 900 BCE, most of the remaining settlements were destroyed. Some experts believe that climate change played a role, while others think that outside invaders were to blame. But the truth is, no one really knows what caused the collapse. Their advanced cities, sophisticated plumbing systems, and impressive feats of engineering make them one of the most fascinating civilizations of the ancient world. Even though they vanished thousands of years ago, the people of Harappa remind us that human beings are capable of some truly remarkable things. We do know that the people didn't disappear completely. Many of them migrated to other regions of India, where their descendants still live today. But before they vanished, the Indus people had spread from western India to modern Pakistan, southeastern Iran, and northern Afghanistan. They weren't a monolithic society, however, and consisted of many different ethnic groups. The answer, unfortunately, is that no one has been able to decipher the script they used. Hundreds of clay tablets covered in indecipherable markings have been found throughout the region, but experts haven't been able to translate them yet. There's also evidence that the language they were written in was largely forgotten after the civilization collapsed. This means that much of what we know about the Indus people comes from archaeological evidence rather than written records. What makes it so special, though, is that it's the oldest man-made enclosed dock in the world. Measuring 390 feet long and 160 feet wide, it was built on a man-made island in the middle of a harbor, which provided ships with shelter from the elements. Archaeologists also found several docks, warehouses, and workshops nearby. Together, these structures suggest that the people of Lothal were skilled shipbuilders who traded with other civilizations across the Indian Ocean. This was a time when most of the world's civilizations were just getting started. But somewhere in the northwest region of India, along with parts of modern Pakistan, a series of fortified cities had already reached a level of technological advancement that we might not have seen again until the Middle Ages. One of the most famous of these cities was Harappa, which archaeologists discovered in 1921. The ancient city covers an area of 700 acres, and excavations revealed that it was surrounded by a 19-foot-high mud brick wall, similar to the Great Wall of China. It's true that we associate plumbing with modern conveniences like running water and toilets. But the truth is that the word itself simply refers to the transportation of liquids through pipes. And this was something that the Harappan people knew a lot about. All across the city, archaeologists have uncovered remnants of toilets, drains, and sewer lines. In fact, some of the toilets found in the city are more advanced than ones we use today. For example, they often included a flushing mechanism, which could automatically empty the bowl when it was used. This made the city's plumbing system both sanitary and convenient. Additionally, many houses had their own attached bathrooms, which is a luxury not everyone enjoys nowadays. But unlike the Chinese wall, the purpose of which was primarily defensive, the Harappan wall seems to have been built simply to define the limits of the city. Within the wall, the ruins of numerous public and private buildings have been found, some made from burnt bricks and others from wood. But perhaps even more intriguing than the architecture of the city are the streets. Unlike the winding, narrow roads found in other ancient cities, the streets of Harappa are straight and intersect each other at right angles. This suggests that the city was planned using some form of grid system, making it one of the earliest examples of urban planning in the world. Another thing that sets Harappa apart from other contemporary cities is its plumbing system. But perhaps the most amazing discovery at Harappa is the world's first known dockyard. These are just a few of the incredible discoveries that have been made at the various sites of the Indus Valley Civilization. It's possible that the script will eventually be deciphered, but it hasn't happened yet. And speaking of their disappearance, that's another thing that continues to baffle modern scientists. Most of the people were farmers who grew crops like wheat, barley, and peas. There are other theories about why the civilization fell apart, too. One interesting theory is that the Indus people assimilated with the Indo-Aryan people who migrated into India around 2000 BC. What we do know is that the Indus Valley Civilization left behind a legacy that continues to inspire awe in modern scientists. So what do you think happened to the Indus people? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.